Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful story. It's all about our most precious, non renewable resource time. It's the one thing you just can't buy more of. And how we spend it, well, that's what truly shapes our lives. I'll start tomorrow. How many times have we said that to ourselves? It feels so harmless, right? Like a little promise that we'll get to it eventually. Rest today, work tomorrow. I bet it does, because let's be honest, in a world that's just buzzing with notifications and endless things to scroll through, the pull of later is stronger than ever. It's so easy to think, oh, I've got plenty of time, what's the rush? And that very thought, that what's the rush mindset, that is exactly how we stumble right into the I'll do it later trap. It starts off so small, but as you're about to see, it has some massive consequences for our biggest goals and dreams. What's really fascinating here is how this all creates a vicious cycle. One little notification pulls you into some endless scrolling, and that just reinforces the idea that there's no rush. It's this super subtle but incredibly powerful daily habit that just slowly chips away at our biggest ambitions. And the stakes here, they couldn't be higher. It really is a choice between two very different paths. We can use our time wisely and build a life of success, or we can waste it and face a future filled with regret. To really see how this plays out, let's jump into a story. Okay, so let's meet our main character. He's a young boy from a small village, and he is pretty much the living, breathing embodiment of procrastination. He has all the potential in the world, but he's just losing it, one wasted day at a time. He was that classic procrastinator, you know the type, always putting everything off until tomorrow. So while his friends were moving forward, he just kept falling further and further behind. His family, his teachers, they all warned him, but he just kind of shrugged it off. I mean, in his mind, he had all the time in the world. But eventually, well, reality caught up to him. He started feeling lost, completely left behind, and he went looking for a wise man who was visiting his village, probably hoping for some kind of quick fix. And this meeting, this is where the real lesson begins. You can just feel the desperation in his voice, can't you? He's finally woken up and realized he's been left in the dust by his friends and classmates. He's just desperate to know how to catch up, how to finally move forward with his life. But the wise man's answer was so simple yet so deep. He saw that the boy's problem wasn't a lack of talent or anything like that. Nope. It was a lack of respect for time. And to help him really understand this, the wise man offered to tell him a story. And so the parable begins. It's about a kind, generous king who runs into an old friend from his childhood. And this friend, well, he'd fallen on really hard times and had a habit of blaming everyone but himself for his problems. The king feels bad for his old friend, so he makes him this absolutely incredible offer. He says, "You can have as much treasure from my royal treasury as you want. The only catch? He has until sunset to get it." And right here, this is where we see it all start to fall apart. The friend is so happy, he rushes home to tell his wife. But then the excuses start. First, he's hungry, so he has to eat a slow meal. Then he's sleepy, so of course, he needs a little nap. Then he wakes up, but oh, the sun's too hot, so he needs another rest. Each little delay seems so small, but that clock is ticking. By the time he finally woke up from that second nap, it was too late. The sun was gone. He sprinted to the palace, but the doors were locked shut. That golden opportunity, it had completely vanished. And this, right here, is the heart of the story. He didn't lose everything because of bad luck or fate, like he always claimed. He lost it all because of his own choices. He failed to understand that his time was limited and that it was precious. So, after finishing the story, the wise man just looks at the lazy boy, who'd been hanging on every single word. That parable wasn't just some story for him. It was like looking in a mirror. The boy didn't say a thing. He was just ashamed because he saw himself in the king's foolish friend. It finally clicked. He realized that time is absolutely priceless, and once it's gone, you can never, ever get it back. That one moment changed everything for him. And wow, what a transformation. The change was like night and day. From that day forward, he just stopped making excuses. He started putting in the work. And slowly but surely, he rebuilt his entire life, becoming successful, confident, and, you guessed it, respected. So why does this story matter so much to us? Because just like that boy, we all get the same 24 hours in a day. Time is our most valuable asset, hands down. And how we choose to invest it, that is what determines the life we end up building for ourselves. I love this saying because it just sums it all up perfectly. Time is like a mirror. If you value it, it's going to reflect value right back at you. But if you waste it, it'll reflect a life of missed chances. The power to decide? That's totally in our hands. And look, this isn't just about being more productive or checking things off a to-do list. It's about living a full, meaningful life. Using your time wisely means investing it in the things that actually matter, the people you love, the experiences that bring you real joy, and, yeah, the hard work it takes to reach your most important goals. So in the end, this whole story leaves us with one simple but really profound question. Every single second that takes by is a second you will never get back. So, knowing that your time is the most valuable thing you own, how are you going to spend it, starting right now?